I've been attempting the world's worst and longest art heist.
Is it a heist if it's trash?
Well, I'm stealing it from the garbage men.
I mean, I don't think they want it, though. They're taking it to another place that nobody wants anything.
Maybe if they don't have pride in their job.
It sounds like Dan is becoming IRL Doc Hop. You're trying to get trash for your collection?
There is a beautiful painting of a lighthouse that a upper tax bracket town that I drive through on the way to work someone is throwing out, but it's physically too large to fit in my car, and I should know because I've tried every day for the last week. I will be returning on Sunday with a knife and a hammer to forcibly extricate this painting if it will not cooperate with geometry.
Look, this is how it starts. It begins with upmarket trash that's like nice paintings in upmarket communities. And before you know it, you will just be digging through the bins looking for cool shit.
Or I'm gonna steal the Mona Lisa.
Now, why don't you just take a picture of the lighthouse with your phone, and then you can hang that up in your house instead?
Well, Quinn, once I put the nail through my phone, it's not gonna work anymore.
That was a dumb suggestion. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you for your apology. I did deserve that apology. Anyway, we're doing like a show or whatever. I'm Dan, I'm playing Rex Maximus. Here are my magical items. A gavel of Dispel Magic, the Surgeon General's coat, golden gloves of contact mic, my childhood anvil, humdrum's ring, a TV lamp, and a compass of plane shift. I'm Dan. Hello. Austin, do you have a Patreon?
I do. Patreon.com/AustinYorsky. You can go there if you want to defend me, because I am your vulnerable, fragile, lost son. Please help. I'm so cold. It's so dark out here. The wolves are closing in. Patreon.com/AustinYorsky to defend me. You get a bonus show, Spewpunk, for $10. I'll talk about you. And Crew Gunk, the bonus show, additional, parentheses, other one. Lots of shows you can have. Please, it's I can hear them. They're in the darkness. They're coming for me. Please help.
Unfortunately, Austin, you have just lost the absentee father portion of our audience. They will not be paying you child support.
Damn. You remember that you did, at the end of the last episode, put your epaulets and your key in Hop's bag. I don't know if you're keeping that on a separate list. Just something to think about. Something to keep track of.
They're gone forever if they're not immediately in my sight. I have ceased thinking about them, just like most people in my life.
Oh hey, you mentioned me and the bag that my character has. I'm Laura. I play Doc Hop. I have all sorts of trash. I got the trash bag of holding. It's got some of Rex's stuff in it. Out-of-date pop-up book of Goblin history. A lucky plush rabbit's foot. Shitty trading card deck. Plastic spy kit. A tinfoil hat. A dire muskrat with a fancy saddle on it. I've got a floppy disk that probably tells us where Dad's shit is. A digital reminder watch and some golden gym shorts. I'm at Laura K. Buzz wherever things are.
I think also if you go to wherever things are and you type in weekly manga recap, you'll find my Patreon and all of its stuff. So you could do that. My name's Quinn. I'm playing DiCaprio Devereaux, Diamond/Pearl Dragon. I have a zipper costume rack, the Gucci sunglasses, the Dyson spherings, the Illusion perfume, Neverendal's disc, landscape, the perfect pearl ring, the R.I.P. Brada bag, beautiful quill, my designer pearl chocolates, and the Time Dragon Claw is in my inventory, but Viola has it and is hopefully doing good things with it.
All-time fastest intro, setting a new world record, a new personal best. Last we left the adventure, the three of you were trying to find the lair that the Thri-Kreen had made for Ulysses. These are cockroach-like anthropomorphic insect folk recruited by Rex Maximus. You were in a tunnel, you failed a check, and the ceiling came down on you. Roll initiative to start this. You three crouched in the dark. The ceiling's on your back. You hear scuttling as things are approaching. Oh, I rolled a 20. Look at that.
We level 1 sheets.
Oh yeah, your dragon glory wouldn't fit in here, but also remember you are simulating what it's like to break into Ulysses' lair because you are auditioning these small folk.
This is the highest initiative I've ever gotten this show, and it doesn't fucking matter. I hate this game so much. I hate it so much.
Why doesn't it matter?
because I'm still below you. I got a 19.
Okay.
I got 20.
9.
All right. So in the darkness here, you hear scuttling. There are insect folk approaching on you. You can get your bearings just enough to see approaching from both behind and in front of you in the tunnel. Remember, you're in a dark tunnel underneath the desert is where we left this recording, if you don't recall. And you see 2 insect folk approaching on each side of you. One has a very interesting looking weapon, if you'll recall. These Thrycreen are offering to Ulysses a horde of weapons is the thing that they are offering, and it has what appears to be like a spear with a collar on the end of it. This is called a man catcher. So this is the one insect in front of you is going to come at you all with that, and behind you in the tunnel they're doing a pincer movement. You see another insect has what appears to be wires between its 4 arms. So these are 6-limbed insect people, 2 legs, 4 arms. Let's see here. The people who got the lowest initiative, Doc Hop and Rex. Strength contest as they try to grab you with the man catcher and what is monofilament wire.
Austin, you forgot to mention that the collar on the end of the spear has spikes on the inside of the collar.
It sure does. Okay, you
It
don't
sure
talk
does. That was important info.
These just a strength roll or a strength save?
Strength save. Let's see. Wow, 20.
Oh, I thought that was for both of us. Okay. Yeah, fuck you, Yorsky. All right, moving on.
I rolled a 20 against Laura. She got a 21. I rolled an 8 against Dan. Dan got a 9. So
Hop is just backing the fuck away from this, being like, nope. I need my neck.
I think the man catcher clasps around Rex's neck, but it's just simply too thick.
I think for Hop, the immediacy didn't happen until it was very close and the spikes became apparent. It's like, ah!
yeah, so both of you win by 1. Extremely unlikely, but it is now DiCaprio's turn. In the order, you see both of your siblings narrowly avoid being completely disarmed, subdued.
Yeah, so, what kind of direction were we given when it came to dealing with this? Like, we're supposed to be dealing like this, like we're an intruder to this place, or can I splatter these things?
That we talked about that last week as something that's up to you how you want to handle it. There are consequences for whatever you do, and it's all very open-ended.
We're basically just, as I'm understanding it, testing out what these various small folk have set up. We could kill them or we could not. I guess it's up to us in that case. But I guess the purpose is to see how are they worthy? Have they done a good job?
Well, let's see if they could beat my spell saves and everything. I'm going to throw out an ice knife at one of these individuals. 14.
That hits.
All right, so it is going to take 7 cold damage, or piercing damage rather, and then it explodes, and then it and its friend must make dexterity saving throws to avoid taking more damage.
6.
That's not a good one. So they are going to take an additional 8 cold damage then.
Okie dokie, so here's the scene. The 3 of you are making your way down a dark tunnel under the sands of the desert. You accidentally trigger a trap, the ceiling drops on you while you're on the ground. There are actually a column of insects in front of you and behind you, but just because they're a single file in the hallway, the first 2 get to you. They nearly subdue Rex and Hop, but DiCaprio, you jump up, throw an ice knife into the chest of one of them, it explodes. That one goes down, dying, a hole in their body, full of shrapnel. Now, there's another Thrycreen behind that one, and then there's the ones behind you in the tunnel. So just to keep you updated on the situation, 1 down, who knows how many more behind them to go. Rex, your turn.
Okay, I will do something no one will ever expect. I'm gonna punch him. 1d20 plus 6. I have 2 hits, so I will punch the one that is trying to grab my little necky neck.
Uh-huh.
12 and 22.
22 definitely hits.
All right. 3 damage.
Lethal or non-lethal? That one was hit with the shrapnel from the ice knife.
Non-lethal. I think Rex, the thing is clasped around his neck, right? And he just kind of jerks his head, yanking the pole out of his hand, and jerks his head the other way, and just smacks it across the face, knocking it out, with the pole still wrapped around his neck before he pulls it off.
Okie dokie. Doc Hop, you see that 2 insects down in front of you. There are 2 at least behind you in this tunnel. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna turn backwards and attempt to attack one of the ones behind me. Just because I don't want to look at the spiky collar stick. That does not seem fun. And I'm gonna throw out a punch for 22 to hit.
22 hits. Wow, everyone's getting 22.
For 10 damage.
Wow, Exacxies. Okay, so this is your prosthetic arm on your Dragonborn level 1 character. Lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Okay.
If Ulysses likes this horde, I don't want to have gotten rid of all the small folk if they're the ones that they want to settle on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you lay one of these Thri-kreen low with your cool scrap metal arm, revealing another Thri-kreen behind that one. It's their turn. He is going to try to garrote you with a monofilament wire. This is a seemingly futuristic piece of technology that you don't quite understand. Once again, strength saving throw. 18.
15.
All right. You two, you see Doc Hop knock one Thri-kreen out with a single mighty blow, and then from behind get a wire wrapped around her throat, and she is being put in an extremely vulnerable position for a level 1 character. So we are going back to DiCaprio Devereaux. This is what you see.
Help. I like breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What does Hop have any super cool cantrips? Is there Eldritch Blast in there?
No. The at level 1, there's Minor Illusion and Mage Hand.
Okay. I will stick with my spells then.
Not to interrupt, you did cast Ice Knife. So somewhere out there, Andronicus, the Celestial Dragon, is going to steal some of your magic. 6, you lose a level 6 spell slot from your dragon sheet, Quinn.
Okie dokie. Where is level 6? There it is. That's a high one. Tell him to ease up, please. Por favor. There is so much of this arc left.
Nope, the eggs were running. He needed it now.
Uh-huh. The eggs are running, huh? I'm going to cast Frostbite, I believe, then. Yeah, so I will need a Constitution saving throw.
8, big fail.
All right, that is going to be 5 cold damage, and that person has disadvantage on its next weapon attack. Haha, my spell is perfectly attuned to counter weapons.
Yep, all right, so you reach out and touch this Thri-kreen who has your sister garroted. They begin freezing solid, but not before. As a reaction, they are going to try to do a Aged 47 just with this monofilament wire. Doc Hop, you're going to take... Ooh, boy, that was the wrong dice. 4 damage as it bites into your neck. Everyone's looking at you, perhaps in your final moments of having a head. Rex Maximus, your turn.
I like having a head.
My sister is being defeated by evil string. I shall go cut the string and punch a Thri-kreen. 24 and 25.
Both of those hit. How do you have 2 attacks at level 1?
One of them only does a D4 and doesn't have a what is it?
Modifier.
Modifier tied to it.
It's your custom dragon class.
Yeah, you can also just have a 2 attacks at level 1, I believe. As like
Oh
a
yeah, that's
rogue.
right. Dragon,
not
dragon. Yep,
Yeah.
go ahead.
1d.
You need to do 5 damage to knock this guy out before he remodels Doc Hobbs' neck.
Well, that's 5 on the first one. So Rex isn't going to proceed farther than that. Yeah, I think he just walks up to it. It's got like all of its arms pulled tight, trying to cut her head off, right? And he just kind of grabs it by the head and then inverts it into the ground, non-lethally knocking it out. And he's going to immediately turn his attention to the Thrycreen that DiCaprio exploded. Is it dead yet, or is it still dying?
Dying. Yeah, because I didn't ask lethal or non-lethal because that was an explosion, which you can't really control. So that is kind of out of your choice, but dying.
I do have a medicine proficiency. Can I attempt to stabilize this Thrycreen, who I do have some invested interest in, as these were the people that I set up to do this?
Yep, that the stakes of the arc is each of you are trying to help Ulysses find what's best for him, but there will be benefits if it's what you brought him. So,
yeah, even beyond that, I think not DiCaprio. I think Rex looks at this Thrycreen that is actively dying, and looks back to DiCaprio and says, "What was that about me not killing any of them?" As he sets to work. Let's see if I get a good roll. 10.
10 is what I needed. You can stabilize and explain how that looks. I will also roll again for Andronicus for that frostbite. 3.
Oh god, even on cantrips.
He's got a lot of stuff to do. He's a very busy dragon.
All right, we're gonna have to get DiCaprio a sword. You need to fist fight some people.
A level 20 wizard has many slots.
Not as many as you'd think.
I think what this looks like for Rex's purposes, shit, they're bug people. I was gonna say he cauterizes the wound, but I don't think you can cauterize a cockroach. Have they done surgery on bugs? What does this look like? Ooh, not really is the answer I'm getting here.
Yeah, I don't think it's been often considered a good use of medical resources.
I think this is a comedy scene where you see Rex pull out a number of different, completely unrelated utensils, and then at the end of it, the Thrycreen just isn't dead. But you don't see there's a car horn involved, maybe some sort of slinky. Perhaps like a bike pump. I guess they're kind of like hydraulic engineering things how bugs work. Whatever, don't question it. Fuck you.
No, it's good. Lean into the slapstick nature of it. If there were more Thrycreen in the tunnels with you, they scuttle away. As there are 4 limp figures at your feet, you have won this combat. So if you want to gather yourself or say or do anything before you proceed, that was pretty successful. Doc Hop, you're bleeding from your neck a little bit, but it could have been worse.
Do you think this is going to form a cool-looking scar when it heals, or is it going to look like just bad?
Well, you're in a magical body that isn't your real form, so yeah, I don't think it'll do anything.
Yeah, but like, is it going to be a cool scar though?
You can make it a scar. That is a thing you have control over.
Yeah, but only if it's going to look cool.
It might look like you just got a really bad sunburn. Specifically around the neck.
Okay, yeah, probably not gonna bother then. This feels like a really cool badass injury. It's one of the ones that should leave a cool scar.
As you're all talking in the tunnel, can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Do you have to?
Do you have to? Do you have to? Let it. Wisdom saving throw.
10.
15.
7.
The group gets average. You know there are still people in the tunnel with you, and you still have some ways to go to get into the inner sanctum. I will say, with the lowest roll, DiCaprio Devereaux, can you give me a sleight of hand contest?
Yes, but I'm using my Gucci sunglasses to give me proficiency in this. 21.
Ooh, 10. You feel just the slightest wind at your back, and you spin around. You see a clasp on one of your bags is being turned as you swing around. You have successfully kept an invisible Cymbeline from picking your pocket.
Are any of the rest of us missing anything, or were you the only one being pickpocketed?
With that roll, you believe that was just the person who was least aware was DiCaprio.
Okay.
But you rolled to not get got. Close though.
Austin, can I put all my shit in my bag and hold it really closely in front of me where I can be looking at it constantly?
I think you are doing as best as you can, but we are playing the game Dungeons and Dragons, so we're gonna get goofy with it sometimes.
Okay, fine. I'll play by the rules you've made.
I will give my siblings each one of my chocolates because I have 5 of them. Might as well. And for everyone who eats one of these, you get 2 temporary hit points. And if we're taking a short rest, you can also get an additional 1d8 hit points back.
Ooh.
You say a long rest?
Short rest.
A short rest. Okay, cool.
Are these dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Or potentially the forbidden white chocolate?
Well, this is based off of pearl chocolate, so I assume it's some kind of pearlescent white chocolate.
Ooh. I have seen them make, like, holographic chocolate. It does look very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're taking a short rest of the tunnel, you're gonna paint me that picture because there are still insects all around, skittering, chittering. I don't think any of you speak Thrycreen, but you assume they're out there doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the weapons these things had and kind of scoop them up.
Yeah, I think Rex is just kind of leaning against the wall, looking further into the tunnel. I don't think there's any features here for him to review. He's just thinking on, what have these guys actually set up? Because I guess for the integrity of the event, he hasn't been necessarily like checking up on what they have done here, or else he would know what's going to happen. So beyond like providing them access to things, I don't think he's actually super aware of what's going on here.
Hop is in the back, talking to the goblin the painted blue goblin on stilts, who is definitely here, being like, this is closer to having my head cut off than I would usually expect to happen on a date, but I'm open to whatever. Sometimes dates go a little sideways.
Yeah, the goblin says, the night's young. Who knows?
Well, exactly. I can think of ways that would be more fun than this to have almost lost my head in a night.
Is it a real date if no one takes a head?
Exactly.
I think you mean gives head.
No, that's a different one.
You have to take the head before you can give it.
Switches, he says derisively. I don't know what he means by that.
Also, probably shouldn't be talking about like taking and giving heads with this many Thrycreen around. I don't know if they're like mantises and like that's a thing they do.
Yeah, Dan specifically said they are based on a type of cockroach that leopard geckos eat. So I was going to use the picture of the Here I Go Killing Again guy from Rick and Morty, but the vibes were off, so I used Heracross in the chat as my fighting bug.
Yeah, dubia roaches. They're a very popular food stuff in like the pet trade to give to your animals.
Yeah, you can see there are 4 of them in the tunnel with you unconscious if you want to take a look at them. I don't really want to look at too many pictures of bugs right now, actually. So
I always want to look at a lot of pictures of bugs. Is the thing. The number one fact you got to know about me. I enjoy looking at a bug. Yeah. So these guys are unconscious. But he is relatively happy with what they did. So he gives them like I guess a curt nod to himself, noting that they managed to strangle one sister a little bit. That's not too bad. He said he can deal with that. He can be proud of that in his own way. But he will eventually turn to his sisters and go, "Are you two ready to continue?"
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you done patching that one up?
Well, it's stopped leaking, so it's either dead or will live another day. They don't really have heartbeats, as far as I can tell. Bugs are weird. I don't understand them.
I thought these things were supposed to be incredibly hard to kill. That seemed very easy to almost kill.
DiCaprio, you realize most people die if you put a exploding knife in their chest.
Huh. Seems like a design flaw.
Would you care to test it out on yourself?
No, but I don't have skin issues like that, so not going to bother.
I have seen your AC and hit points. Which, I believe you wanted a reminder, mage armor.
Oh yeah, I probably should cast that. Do I have another spell slot? I do, but if I cast it, Andronicus takes another one of my spells.
Thus is the risk.
So you're all having this conversation in the tunnel. You're getting ready to go when you hear something trundling along in the tunnel behind you, and you see a dim light coming up behind you. So ahead of you is where you assume you need to go. Behind you, there is a light. What do you do?
So I do have dark vision. Can I see what's up, like coming up on us?
Yeah, if you want to wait for it, you can.
Can I send my unseen servant to go see what's up?
I believe that guy got the most obliterated by 1,000 arrows.
Can I cast minor illusion to make like a wall in front of it so it just thinks that it's a wall there and it just turns around? It's like, all right, don't remember that wall being there, but I'm gonna get going.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll against your spell save DC for reasons that are not clear to you right now. Here we go. 15.
That is a success.
Okay, so it sounds like you try to use an illusion to bluff what's coming down the hallway. You fail, and so what it is catches up with you. You see it is a floating diamond about the size of a fist, glowing dimly with light, and it is coming after you, and when it gets near your invisible wall, or when it gets near your illusory wall, it just goes through it, because Desdemona was not fooled. That's what that roll was. She saw through your illusion, and the diamond stops, a foot away from the party and hangs there in the air.
In protest of this situation, I'm also going to cast minor illusion and put up another wall just because fuck this thing.
Okay. So that was another spell, my friend. Andronicus takes a 5th level slot. He rubs somewhere out there. He rubs his tummy and says, "Yum yum, magics, love it."
Is this I think we referenced that the other dragons were observing this process. Is this how Desdemona is doing it? She's got like some kind of diamond eye floating around.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for this. They were watching you. All the other dragons were watching you try to find the entrance to this lair. But now that you're in the tunnel, they can't see anymore. So Desdemona sent ahead a sort of scrying crystal so she can watch you. You assume this is basically like now a live stream where everyone can see you.
Yeah. Rex will roll his eyes and start walking down the hallway then.
Hop, could you just throw it in your bag?
Oh, yeah, sure. I throw it in my bag.
Okay. Yeah, there's no resistance. You grab the diamond, put it in your bag, and you hear a uproarious groan from upstairs on the desert surface as all the dragons are like, "Oh, come on, we were watching that. What the fuck?"
Okay, I take it out the bag and hold it, but I am ready to put it back in the bag should I need to.
You attach it to your head like a fucking GoPro?
Now you've said that, yes.
You hear all the cheering. Everyone's like, it's like watching people play like content warning, one of those friend slop games now. Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah.
I think friend slop might be the most diabolical term I've ever heard.
It's fine. If any of you were gonna do anything like truly heinous, like nudge me so I can put this away.
Let you know when you need to turn off your body cam, basically.
Oh my god.
We're about to do some.
I didn't want to say those words, Quinn, but yeah.
Doc Hop turning off the body cam. You all proceed down the hallway and eventually find yourself at a kind of door. I say kind of because it's not a simple framed door that you might find in a building, but rather in this tunnel, there is a sort of barrier of hundreds of weapons, axes, swords, knives, just things you don't even recognize from the distant past, and also futuristic technology. A lot of the stuff that the Thri-Kreen had brought here, and it is all forming this barrier. It's erected hastily, one assumes. You would have to roll to know more, but it is like a collage of weapons blocking the tunnel ahead of you.
So they made a barricade of spikes, essentially.
Absolutely, yep.
Are they, like, tied together? This isn't like a Game of Thrones Iron Throne all melted together situation, is it?
Perception, I think.
Could I convince you to use smithing?
Sure, yeah.
Yay. With what ability score?
Perception?
Okay, well then that'll just be a +2 then. So nothing has changed. Crit, 22.
Holy Lord. Yeah, perfect. Here, I'll tell you everything. All of these weapons have been arranged and had a spell cast on them. They are not melted together, but they are enchanted such to, if a member of Ulysses' perspective, small folk approaches, they retract. They like pull away, and you can just walk in, and they are magically enchanted to stay closed for intruders.
Rex goes back and grabs a body.
Fuck. Yeah, with a crit, you do the retinal scan trick, bringing Thri-Kreen to the door. It withdraws. All of them like sink into the walls, ceiling, and floor, all the weapons withdrawing, revealing an inner chamber. You have taken the Thri-Kreen in here by surprise. They were not expecting you to just walk in. You all get advantage when you roll initiative, as you are going to enter another fight. There are 3 Thri-Kreen in here. Oh, I did get a 21 on that roll, though.
11.
14.
18.
Same initiative order.
Also, just for flavor, while that wall of weapons was still there, Hop is using the filming crystal to try and get some cool perspective shots to really big up how cool this dungeon is. Like trying to sort of go for low angle shots so that like the wall of weapons looks as huge as possible. You know.
Now you do have your own coming up. Do you not want to sabotage Rex's chances here?
I mean, I think the Rex has made a cool thing, and I want people to see how cool Rex's thing is. I'm not saying I won't big up my own, but...
Okay, the Thri-Kreen win initiative, even though you had advantage. That's just how it is sometimes. There are 3 of them in here. They weren't expecting it. They are startled, pull out their weapons. You see, one of them has some sort of futuristic gizmo. You don't know what it is. Another one has, let's see, chakrams. It has 1 in each of its 4 arms. These are like bladed discs that it's going to begin throwing. And the third one first appears to have what seems like some sort of belt, like a belt you would wear on your waist.
Oh no, he's just gonna whip us like an abusive father.
I mean, you made it darker, but as he whips it around, it suddenly becomes rigid because this is an arumi, a whip sword, a real thing that people have tried to use before, and they're extremely dangerous. So, DiCaprio, here is Chakram, 20, that's going to hit. Rex, Arumi, that's a botch, you're going to get to attack. And then the third one, Doc Hop, the person points this gizmo at you. It looks like a weird metal box covered in wires, and it makes a strange pulsing at you. I rolled an 11. I assume that doesn't hit your AC.
That does not, no.
Whatever this weapon is does not hurt enough to matter. Rex, roll an attack because of the botch, and I'm going to roll damage against DiCaprio.
Very quickly, before you do that damage, I'm in the group chat. Should I put the crystal away before there's footage of us beating up small folk? Like, is that beneficial to us, or is that going to help with the befriending small folk thing?
Laura got too much sleep to prepare. She's too fresh.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the bag. I'm not even waiting for an answer. I put this in the bag. There's not going to be any footage of us beating up the small folk.
10 damage.
All right, 2 damage to DiCaprio as a chakram hits you in the arm and bounces off, sticks in the wall. That's like a bladed ring. Rex, 10 damage is what I needed. So fuck, that guy with the Aruma gets stuffed immediately. You can pay me the picture. So it's a whip sword.
Is it funnier if he just whips himself?
Yes.
I think like he tries to whip Rex, it just wraps around his arm, and then Rex just fucking cold cocks him in the face, and he falls over.
That's why no one uses these weapons anymore.
I think that's a weapon from India, right?
Correct. Yes.
I love India because they went really wild on their classical martial weapons. I think chakrams are another one, right?
Yeah, they are also Indian. I just double checked.
Yeah. But are these like the regular size chakrams or the sort of Soul Calibur gigantic chakram hula hoop?
No, they're each of them that a bug could hold in their human-sized hands. Whoa, Laura, what is that?
Oh, that's pearlescent chocolate that I found.
Oh, good job.
You print holographic sheets onto white chocolate. It looks real cool.
DiCaprio, your turn. You're the only one who took damage.
I'm shoving those in mouths. Yeah, so I actually didn't even really take any damage because the bonus temp HP that I got from eating one of my chocolates absorbs that attack. So I have a little pearlescent chocolate sheen on me as the attack hits me. It's not, fun, but it doesn't really hurt. I'm still at 100%, more or less.
Wait, so you have chocolate on your face and the attack just kind of wipes the chocolate off of you? Is that what's happening?
Damn, if that's how that works, Joa is completely invincible forever.
I'm going to, one of the dudes died, right, with the belt. Can I just grab the, huge pile of weapons I've been grabbing and just chuck them all at, one of the people and just see if something hurts them?
I mean, yeah, it's like an improvised melee attack, yeah. You can do that. It's probably not going to be particularly effective from a wizard, but do whatever you want.
5.
Nope, that's nothing.
Well, I tried.
All right, Rex, it's your turn.
I'm going to go fight the one with the Torment Nexus.
Okay.
1d20 plus 6. 2 hits, 22, and 25.
My lord, both of those hit.
Finally. It's taken so many fights, but I'm rolling well.
Yeah, you knock out one guy, just immediately start on another guy.
5 and 4, so 9 damage.
Not nearly, yeah. You know how much HP these guys have. You start laying the fists down and nearly knock out a second one, and it's Doc Hop. There's 2 left. One has 1 hit point, and the other one is full hit points with the chakrams.
Oh, okay, let's go for the one at full hit points with the chakrams, and let's get swinging with the punches. 19.
Oh, that hits. Ow. Please, my bugs.
How's 13 do?
That's gonna knock him out. Pay me a picture. These are dubia roaches, he said, and Joe was just telling me about Dubai chocolate, so I'm imagining you're punching these guys and just green filament is flying out of them.
It doesn't give them a stat bonus, though, like my chocolate does, to be clear.
It's a different chocolate, sorry.
It's a different chocolate, doesn't work that way.
Wow, you're so defensive of your chocolate bonuses.
Yeah, Hop, I think Hop is channeling, as much as she loves her horde, she does recognize it is in a dump, and there is a degree of insectary that happens there. So she's just closing her eyes and going like, right, just swat some insects, get rid of them, keep swinging.
Is it like with real cockroaches? She squishes this one, and then a bunch of baby Thrycreen run away out of the body.
We pretend not to think about that one.
Yeah, good thing you put away the scrying crystal, because you slapped this guy across the room and into the wall in a way that would have made a great campaign video. Doc Hop hates small folk.
Look, I'm not even... I didn't even have the nap I usually have before Dice Funk to make sure I'm awake and stuff. I powered through and I'm doing good today. I'm alert.
Yep, you slap the daylights out of the chakram one. He is unconscious. There's only one left. It is Thrycrene's turn. He pulls out. He still has out that sonic weapon. He turns it up the power all the way to an extremely dangerous level. There's a button on it. He pushes to overdrive it. Everyone, Constitution saving throw as subsonic pulses fill this room.
Yeah, sorry for leaving this one alive. I wanted to see what the thing did. Oh, fuck, bot.
Yeah, you'll really see what it did.
Lucky Rabbit's foot. 17.
16.
Because of the Lucky Rabbit's foot, no one fails, no one takes any damage. All of your ears pop, you feel like a pressure and a light pain, but not enough to cause damage. So it's uncomfortable for all of you, but no one takes any damage. It's going to go back to DiCaprio. We'll say you were thrust into a fight as soon as you entered this chamber, so you didn't get a great look at it now. It is clear this is an armory. There are weapons hanging on all the walls. It's in the kind of mid-build. Like they're filling this place out because they're not finished making Ulysses' lair. But that's clearly the room you're in.
Are there any long swords around, Austin?
Almost certainly. Very common weapon.
I'm going to grab a longsword, which I do have proficiency in, and I'm going to attack one of these Thrycrene.
Okay.
10, Austin!
The Thrycrene who did not die. Nope, miss.
No, I swung with my sword, and it was very impressive, Austin. I need you to acknowledge that, even if I don't do damage.
Okay, it was an impressive blow, but his carapace is simply too chitinous. It just bounces off, and he smirks and says something in Thrycrene. You don't speak the language.
I don't read NPC subtitles.
Maybe you don't know how to use a longsword.
I don't read the text boxes for NPCs, unfortunately.
Oh, it just says in the subtitle speaking Spanish.
Knowing how to use a longsword and being good at using a longsword are two very different things. Like, I can look at it and go, yeah, I hold it at this end and swing this end. I know how to use it.
Well, hold on. That's not always true. Sometimes you do swing it from the blade back.
Okay, Rex, your turn.
I shocker of all shocks, I'm going to hit it.
Level 1 characters, known for their wide variety of tools.
15.
Hits.
All right. It has 1 health. I don't think
one
I
hit
can,
point. Yeah.
I cannot knock it out.
Feel free to pay me the picture. You win.
Yeah, I think Rex, takes just yanks the cube out of his hand and just like fucking beans him in the face with it. Just pulls it out as he's trying to fuck with the dials, and then just dodgeball bonks it off of his head.
Perfect. You've knocked out all the Thrycrene in this room. There are scuttlings and other tunnels that leave this armory, but as far as auditioning these people to be Ulysses' smallfolk, there's one obvious test left. You see at the back of the room there is a vault where presumably Ulysses would keep his most treasured weapons if he moves in here.
I get the scrying crystal back out, being careful not to show any of the knocked out small folk in the feed.
Yeah, when you pull it out, you hear a distant wooing from the dragons because the live feed is back up.
I'm trying to do like the manual equivalent of like a dolly zoom. I'm just trying to be like, look at how dramatic this is. Oh.
All right. If I was Austin and I'm making a vault in a weapon themed dungeon, one of these fucking weapons is gonna be the key. How do I find out how to open the vault then?
Which weapon looks like a big key? Go
Where's
find the
keyblade, Austin?
Roll investigation to find the keyblade.
Okie dokie.
I want a crit now because at that point Austin is forced to give you a keyblade.
I kinda already have one.
15.
Oh, investigation, sorry, yeah.
12.
15.
15 and 15, the group succeeds. You can find a keyblade that unlocks the vault. I'm not even going to mess around with you here. There is a click. The big door opens, and you see the vault is almost completely empty because Ulysses has not gathered up much hoard, or really any hoard specifically. I have his inventory right here. He has one thing. Does anybody remember what's in Ulysses' inventory?
A New York Giants jersey.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so that's not what's in this vault, because it's not a weapon, but that is the correct answer. There's only one thing in this vault, and it is a stone tablet on a pedestal.
Well, we gotta check out what this stone tablet is.
Yeah, you look at it, it has writing that you do not recognize on it.
Do any of us recognize it?
Yeah, what kind of writing is it, Austin? I speak a couple languages.
None of you speak Thrycreen.
Okay. I'm deliberately not showing the contents of the tablet on the scrying thing in case it's like in Thrycreen instructions on where to find like some other horde bits or something.
Okay.
Gotta give some privacy for this. At least until we know what it is.
I don't suppose there's a Rosetta Stone on this where it says like, bug noise, Ulysses, bug noise.
I think you want a history check to see something of that nature.
Okie dokie.
26.
26 crushes. So Dan, you and Rex are looking at this stone tablet. It's could be anything. Could be a menu, as far as you know. With a 26, the doctor of small folk studies steps up, and you recognize this just in format. It is a list of laws. It is the laws of whatever this Thrycreen civilization had at home before Rex recruited them. The law is their ultimate weapon.
Laval?
Are these Thrycreen also cops?
With your 26, I will say they are a very well. Here's the thing: they are dubia roaches. Dan, you know more than I. What do you think they're cops? I was gonna say that no, not that. It's just that.
That was just my interpretation of the law as the ultimate weapon.
I mean, I think they live in like colonies, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't think this necessarily means like you can have like laws without every character being like a cop bit. I think it's probably more a case of like, if we're playing off of this, the idea that in a colony everything has its place to an extent.
That's my intention. Yes, is that it represents that weapon is a broad category, and that the Thrycreen who want to serve Ulysses have structure and respect and like colony organization. So
okay.
that is a thing they brought with them as a gesture, as a symbol.
That's super interesting. Okay, now we know what it is. It can be on camera.
Yeah, it's like someone who greatly like will not jaywalk, but isn't necessarily like attacking people constantly.
The three of you in the vault, you hear rustling and clicking from outside the vault. You can turn around and look, and you see that there are like 2 rows of the Thrycreen outside, one on each side of you, as if to make a tunnel for your way out. They're like nodding and bowing. Good game.
Yeah. Rex will like walk up to them. Is there anyone there that seems to have been like the designated, I guess, quartermaster for this weapons depot?
If you think that's more interesting, I was gonna say that they are leaving authority positions to Ulysses specifically. None of them want to seem like a threat to that kind of position.
I think that's fine. He will just sort of address them as the person that like started this with them, and say, "You have done well in your work here. There is always, of course, room for improvement, but you have not disappointed myself, and I do hope that Ulysses appreciates what you have done here. The barricade was a smart and well done touch, although obviously there is an inherent weakness there, but if you know that weakness, you can build off it. Also, you strangled my sister with string, and that was just kind of cool."
Hop is using Mage Hand to like get all sorts of cool angles on this conversation.
A Dutch angle on a simple conversation with a bunch of small...
Yes.
Doing star wipes.
Yeah. And by star wipes, I mean getting a piece of paper, cutting a star out of it, and moving it past the scrying crystal.
Okie dokie. The Orlando siblings succeed, and you exit the lair out in the desert. All the dragons are waiting for you. Ulysses flies over and tries to tackle, hug all three of you while you're still in your level 1 forms, and he is a young adult dragon.
We die.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I need to like do an escape or?
He's not gonna kill you. He just not bowling you over for goofs.
Yeah, what'd you make of that one, buddy?
Well, I missed a bunch of it because something kept happening with the scrying crystal.
Oh, that's a real shame. I don't know what happened to the crystal.
Yeah, I think Rex is too strong. He was just punching everybody out and just solving all the locks and everything. But you were really smart, Doc Hop. That was cool. You knew all about laws and doors and keys.
Yep, and I definitely let one of them strangle me with a wire to be able to show off how cool they are. That's for sure what happened.
Wow, so cool. Can I poke it?
What, the bit where they try to strangle me?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just like don't poke it too deep.
If he pokes it too deep.
Ah!
Yep. Ulysses is psyched. Everyone's psyched. The way that this arc works is we're going to alternate between auditioning lairs and hanging out at DiCaprio's party. So everyone's going to make their way back for more drinks and food and hanging out. Dragon parties go for weeks.
Hey, is Sycorax there?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because if I remember right, a week ago, we found that Sycorax was having suspicious conversations with invisible people, which means either she's losing it even more or she's up to something.
That was the intel brought to you by York, the Kingfisher Aarakocra. So you're going to return to the party. You can all try to find Sycorax there. I will say the Blue Goblin, York, and Lace are all following you around if you want them for any reason. Is there anything you want to say or do before you find Sycorax at the party?
I want to quickly verify, does that scrying crystal, was it just transmitting video or audio as well?
I believe audio, but I when you put it away, I wasn't having it secretly record. You made a decision, and I'm respecting that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm making it canon. I'm putting it in the bag for now as well. Then.
But yeah, good thought, because Desdemona was not doing it at the kindness of her heart.
No. It's cool. I'm awake enough to be onto your games today, Austin.
I'd like to talk to Lace real quick, if I could, on my own. I just want to have DiCaprio touch base and be like, this is going to be perhaps an odd question, but how would I come across as more likable to small folk? How do I, focus test better with young Gen Z males is what I'm kind of looking for.
Do your people like bob cuts?
So the group, you all agree to go see Sycorax. You're walking through the party looking for her. DiCaprio, you turn to the side because your small folk are following you. You say to Lace, how can you be more likable? Lace, your Sapphire Dragonborn assistant, thinks about it and says, well, DiCaprio, I think there's a lot of resentment about the power differential. So the largest gestures you could make to be likable would be to give away that sort of agency, even a fraction of the power that you could hand over would mean a lot to us, them.
Oh my god, can I pitch something? I just had an idea. She has to give up designer control of the fall line.
I mean, she's more open to that than if they were like, we'd also like our own nukes. If we could get some of those, that'd be great.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of everything's on the table. I think, if right now you said that Lace helps with the designs and, your fashion stuff, but if you even broaden that to even more small folk, that would obviously go over well. But, yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, if she brings up the idea of having the team to assemble the designs as opposed to a one-on-one partnership, DiCaprio's open to that. There's like a shift within her kingdom too, where the people just have a general voice in the goings-ons. Like I imagine, of any small folk in the Cookie Mountains, like her people probably are the ones who are super like pro DiCaprio. Like, oh, she actually is kind of helping us out. Like her kingdom actually is running a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lace says, compared to many dragons, you're quite popular, my lady. So is Doc Hop and increasingly even Rex. The problem isn't that you all aren't thoughtful or kind. It's just by comparison, Desdemona is exponentially more famous and beloved. It's just you're a candle's flame next to the sun.
So I have to outshine her without having necessarily the tools to do so.
Or just trick her into saying something really anti-small folk while I'm secretly pointing the scrying crystal at her.
Mm-hmm. I think I know you're saying that kind of out of character because this is an aside to Lace, but I will just say, Lace will probably say something like, even if Desdemona was caught on a scrying crystal saying death to all small folk, it would only be a tiny fraction of her support she would lose. She's kind of reached an untouchable air and reputation, and you... kind of lowering their eyes to the floor, lowering their voice, have made some choices that's made you more controversial among small folks, killing the Cymbalines and ending slavery and such.
Do the small folk really like the Cymbalines that much? Don't they kind of suck for everybody, or do they just piss off dragons?
No, it's more about the symbol that the Cymbalines have become. They've become Cymbaline symbols, you see. Even most people don't know them.
Well, you know what? They deserve to die based just off of that.
Cymbalines.
I think that's the one hill Rex will not budge from. If that's the Cymbalines needed to die.
Yeah, I will say, it's not like the Cymbalines are world famous. They're just a family of fairy dragon. It's more of that, like, the story is spreading. Desdemona and her allies are spreading the story that you slaughtered a bunch of small folks who were just playing pranks on you.
They were dragon-sized.
Uh-huh. Sure, it's just that's what's happening.
You know what? This is fake news. I'm gonna start my own social media platform.
Oh, Austin, I really didn't need the bit where it's become... Sometimes a leader becomes seemingly too powerful that even like really bad stories about them won't seemingly take them down.
Sorry.
We didn't need that here.
I want to have DiCaprio ask Lace something real quick, and she's gonna kind of, be sipping on a drink, looking out over the party, and she's gonna be like, if you could be as powerful as a dragon, would you want to be?
Of course. My lady, I would be able to help you so much more efficiently. I could carry so many more things.
But what if you did so knowing that you have this incredible power to you that in your weakest moments or your most intense encounters, you might crush entire civilizations? Does that not scare you to have a power that high?
I think it's hard to conceptualize for small folk having that much power. It seems very amorphous and theoretical when the short lifespan and tiny arms and so forth feels very real. It's like they say about, having money won't solve all your problems. Maybe that's true, but I would like to try. Maybe you should give me the money and see if it solves my problems.
Do you have anyone you would like to protect, Lace?
Well, you, Lady DiCaprio. Was that a trick question? I passed. I got it.
Yes,
you could trick me.
of course, darling, you passed. I meant more someone of family or a particularly close friend or partner.
Oh, I consider your family my family. Little Rex, sweet, fragile little Rex.
Sweet baby Rex, yes. That is how we all think of him in our hearts.
He's currently tipping over an entire plate of giant shrimp into his mouth.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we're using Alfred as the thing here. It's like Alfred thinks of the whole Bat family as his family, that's kind of the thing.
Well, what would you do if it meant protecting your family? Is there any line that can't be crossed?
It's so hard to put myself in those shoes. I'm just a little dragonborn. The lines are so much smaller for me. You're dealing with much bigger lines, my ladies. But if you were in danger, I can't think of any lines I wouldn't cross. I mean, besides hurting Rex and Doc Hop, I suppose, because you would be most upset.
Indeed. And I'm honestly just speaking aloud. There's so many things going on with dragon politics. It's honestly quite tiring. Also, Andronicus keeps stealing all of my spells.
Oh, he did send a message. I just got it before you returned from the lair. He says that he's going to be late. He was supposed to be here earlier, but something came up and he had to go get some, I guess, puff pastries from the gnomes.
Yes, he probably saw a licorice he hasn't had yet before, and he's going to spend 30 hours making an entire restaurant themed around it. And she's just going to kind of like crumple the note up and throw it like like over her shoulder, knowing someone's going to grab it.
There is an addendum at the end of that note that's like, by the way, I'm running from the eggs now.
But yeah, Lace basically tells you that pretty much all small folk want more power. That there are obvious downsides, and everyone can point out logically why it's not a good idea. For example, to get Gertrude's wish and make them all dragons, but most small folk would take that risk, take that trade. So
Oh yeah, she's just kind of looking to hear someone else's thoughts, a small folk. But I mean, she knows what she's thinking in her heart right now.
also, this is Austin emphasizing something that Rosaline said in the downtime, which is that if you all want to be champions of the small folk, you are starting at the bottom of a very deep hole, because that is the one thing that your Cold War adversary has kind of on lock. That is her number one strength, is her reputation of small folk. So if anybody has anything they want to say or do about that, you see Sycorax standing alone, looking at a dress inside of a glass case. She is a girdled armadillo lizard steel dragon, fully big and powerful and everything, just standing alone looking at that piece of art in your home, DiCaprio.
And not, visibly disintegrating or anything.
Medicine check, I guess?
Medicine, sure. 4.
You have no idea. She could have any number of ailments and you wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at her.
Hop is gonna head over and just be like, "Hi."
Sycorax kind of turns her head around and doesn't see you, looks past you in a weird direction and then back to the dress in the glass case.
It's me, Hop. How you doing?
This time Sycorax does turn around and look at you and says, almost dreamily, "Oh, little Hops. Sorry, I've had too much to drink."
Yeah? How's the radiation treating ya?
Oh, it's been years now. I magic that away. Well, I got my small folk to magic it away. They have spells.
Okay, you didn't ride it out to the finish line then.
Oh, as far as I could,
I suppose so. How have things been?
Well, your dad is still very angry at me for losing the loom.
That makes sense. It's a big one, that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sycorax kind of turns and looks at Rex and DiCaprio, who are there, without saying anything. I wonder how he found out. Could have been anyone.
Did you find any leads on where the loom might be, by chance?
Sycorax says, the Cymbalines are the size of a fingernail, and the world is very large. Where would I even begin to look, dear?
Well, you were friends with them, so I thought perhaps you might know them a bit more intimately to know where they might hide their things, or something as large as the loom.
I was friends with them before my daughter smashed a bunch of them into paste. We're not really on speaking terms anymore.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely.
Okie dokie. 9.
Yeah, you don't get anything helpful with a 9.
In my defense, I didn't know at the time you had a relationship with them going, and they were routinely stealing all my shit.
They also, if you don't remember, had a magical orb that was killing green dragons.
Oh, the spicy orb. I missed it. It was so weird. She gets like a little shiver. And she says, so what do you mean you didn't know about the symbol? I told you at Andronicus's party that I was friends with the Cymbalines.
That relies on me remembering things.
I'm sorry. You must get that from me. I'm having trouble remembering things these days, too.
Yeah. Has that been a recent development?
Who can remember?
That's the question, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any kind of check I can do to work out more to do with this? Because I'm concerned that this is something more serious and long-term happening.
Yeah, we've bollocksed the medicine and insight check, so nothing comes to mind specifically.
Okay, so that it's not like this isn't something that like Arcana could give insight on. Or no, it's
She pokes the glass with the dress inside of it rudely. You're not supposed to be touching things like that at a museum.
DiCaprio's not going to say anything, but she is staring and watching as she just like quietly sips from a drink, judging.
Have you been needing any help with anything recently?
Yeah, she just kind of mumbles to herself. She starts a couple of thoughts, trails off, turns back to the dress, and is kind of staring at it.
You were particularly interested in that dress, huh?
No, I just can't go home yet. Orlando will be mad at me.
Rexel, he's been pretty quiet this far, and he'll just eventually cut in and say this, and says, "What if we find a way to get the loom back and give you credit for it?"
Oh, wow! You would do that? I would feel such gratitude for that. I mean, yeah. I think she goes to grab a drink from a passing dragonborn here, knocks it on the ground, makes a big mess, and but is kind of saying to you, "Yeah, good, wow, excellent. I would love that. Wow."
I mean, it wouldn't be just for free. We would need help in that area.
Oh, you always need something, DiCaprio.
Well, darling, unfortunately, it is a little difficult doing everything for everyone else, so if you could give us just a wee bit of help, it would be great.
Yes, like if you've maybe seen anything suspicious lately.
Suspicious lately.
I guess Rex's not so subtle attempt to be like, we know you've been up to something.
Yeah.
If you want our help, you have to help us.
Sure. She thinks about it for an uncomfortably long time and says, "I have been seeing some people I don't recognize around. Little frogs wandering around.
Oh, the slod?
And little frogs and little dogs."
Dogs?
I don't know the dogs, and I'm starting to get worried Austin's having a stroke now.
No, that's what she says. Little frogs and little dogs.
What was DiCaprio's pitch, Smallfolk, again?
The robots.
Oh, right, robots.
Warforged.
Okay.
Dogs.
And is there any chance that, like, you know of any way that if you wanted to get the Cymbeline to guaranteed show up somewhere, you know, perhaps we were planning some sort of ambush to get information out of them, like anything that would draw their attention enough to get into contact with them?
Oh, that's good. She racks her mind, and I think it takes her a long time both to think of stuff and then to articulate it. But eventually she says to you that the Cymbalines were really into Fey history for a while. They got this strange hyperfixation on the old Fey and their things, and they were going to the old world and coming back with machines and things. And I don't know if it's been years, but I don't know if that's where they're at. If they're still, I think they got into my nostalgia, and they were just, if that's where they're at. If you could find maybe old Fey things, you could bring them to get the Fey things. Sealy?
You said they were taking machines? That's not particularly Fey.
Oh, just old things. Nostalgia is very powerful.
Barbus was collecting a lot of old things.
Well, I think you might have put working with him to bed.
Well, we don't need to work with him if he's hiding the loom.
Where are you getting that he would be hiding the loom from?
If the Cymbalines are the ones carrying off old artifacts of the old world, then perhaps someone who likes to collect them would have some connection with them.
Yeah, he'd be more likely to be robbed.
Yeah, I think Sycorax will just pipe in and say, oh, the Cymbalines were definitely taking old machines from Enobarbus. Oh, how they loved their old-timey things. It makes me remember when things were good with Orlando, and we used to go on such adventures.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Rex will stay for one more moment and say, those frogs and dogs you mentioned, they got this big, and he's gonna, I guess bring up his claw to, human height, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's wondering, what is tiny to this giant dragon?
Yeah, she says that the weird guys she's been seeing are a human height.
Okay.
She agrees.
Is there a ledger at this? I guess, yeah. Rex will follow up with DiCaprio and ask her, and if this doesn't exist, it's fine. But he would just do this, I guess. Ask her if she has a ledger of all the people submitting smallfolk and lairs for this contest, because I believe the implication was there were others besides Rex, right? At the very least, Desdemona's trying something.
Yeah, I think to answer your question, Desdemona is going to try to win Ulysses' favor, so she definitely has something planned, but she hasn't revealed it. If there is a ledger, she wouldn't write in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is she bringing dog people? Is she bringing little dog folk?
And there's the three of you, and there might be another dragon or two that we're not focusing on just for time.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rex is basically asking, hey, is there anyone here that are submitting anything besides the slot like that?
Just in case, it might be worth seeing if we can find something that dogs would want to eat to just throw in the bag just in case we encounter dog people.
Rex will turn to Hop, though, and say, you should do something about her.
Yeah, this is probably not the time, but she does not seem well. I was expecting, the kind of not well that, I could anticipate. It wouldn't have been great if she'd been, falling apart at the seams because of radiation, but at least then I'd have understood what was going on then. This is a lot less her.
To be honest, she seems like she is falling apart at the seams.
Yeah, but, physically and in anguish I can deal with. This I don't have experience with. This is outside of my wheelhouse for her.
Well, I think something's gonna have to change, because either she is going to go after a high that is too dangerous, or it's just gonna kill her.
You're not wrong. I will do something.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say or do at the party before you go to the second layer to audition it?
I'm good currently.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to do. I think it would be weird to search for food at DiCaprio's party when she's already in a relationship with Andronicus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the party doesn't make sense, but...
No, yeah, everything else would be a scene with the character, so I'm good.
So, Hop tried to get creative in terms of thinking of places a lair could be that would be difficult to get into. And what she ended up coming to was trying to create a non-Euclidean space for a lair. For anyone unaware of what a non-Euclidean space is, normally if you are in a room and you turn 90 degrees, and just do that 4 times, you'll be facing where you started. What if there was a space where you do that 4 times and you're still not back to where you began? The rules of space don't quite make sense or fit over themselves as they should. A space where the rules don't quite make sense seems like a fun place to hide shit. And seems like the kind of place that would maybe be in line with these small folk that she is bringing to the table. The Slard, who are incredibly chaotic frogs.
Now, did you find a mountain that already had these properties and bring the frogs to it, or did bringing the frogs to the mountain cause it to warp?
I think it's a little of both. I think Hop found a small area of unreality and basically took the Chaos Frogs to it and let them root around in it until it got much bigger.
Okay, so yeah, you all go out to this mountain, you know where it is, and it has a strange shifting aspect to it where the grass will suddenly wilt and become hard like stone and then become bright and part of it will float off the ground and become a strange a sky island, and some of it will turn to water. It's just constantly shifting. And you see a couple of these Slod. They're all amphibious humanoids, but they're a bunch of different colors: red, green, blue, white, black, and they are different sizes. Some of them are very thick, some of them are skinny, running, jumping, all over this mountain. So unlike the Thrycreen layer where you had to find activity and seek it out, this one is much more obviously a dangerous situation.
Yeah, the problem being I can see that this is the place where something's going on, but what I do with the fact I can see this place doesn't make sense is a little trickier.
Now, I can see how this would dissuade an invader. Have you considered he also has to live here?
Well, yeah, my thinking was every day you turn a corner, a new fun corner you hadn't seen before.
What happens if you need to find the bathroom?
You gotta get good at going okay, so when I reach this, I walk backwards and then take 3 50-degree turns, and it'll suddenly be there. Or if you pee in a corner, no one's ever gonna find it. Also, just think of the expandability. No matter how big your horde gets, there's always going to be more room somewhere in here for stuff.
If you can find where you put it.
Again, you just gotta be consistent. It's as chaotic as it looks from the outside. You come up with a system, and also that's what the small folk are for. These Slard, they know their way around this place like the back of an inside-out turned hand. If you ask them for a hand finding something, that they know the chaos. They'll help you get there.
Ulysses will either love this because it's a YouTube poop, or he'll hate it because it's memorizing a textbook.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have to memorize the textbook. He can just be like, "Hey, frogs, it's me. Bring me to my room of things."
Yep, you leave the party, and all the dragons come out to this strange shifting mountain. And Ulysses is there. He's all excited. He's like, "You crazy for this one, Ant Hop? You for real, for real? You're really popping off. This one's wild."
Look, What do you get the person that doesn't know what they want yet? A place that doesn't know what it wants to be.
This is peak Ant Hop.
I will say, if you pick this one, the Slod, very helpful at finding their way around. I'm not looking forward to having to navigate this place without their help for the test thing. It's a lot in there.
Yep, good luck with that. I'm gonna go over there, hang out with your dad. You look at him, he's so silly. You see all the dragons having a good time. The party's been successful.
It's fine. Just enjoy a little swing on the 5-dimensional swing. I didn't know how many things you could swing through in a dimension.
Oh, I see the space baby.
Is the diamond fixed? Last time it kept going dark. We're all trying to watch it on Desdemona's diamond.
Oh well, it's working right now, but it must just be that Desdemona's provided a really shitty diamond that doesn't work all the time. It's a real shame we're not getting to see more of the small folk doing their thing, but it's just a really shitty diamond, I guess. I'll do what I can to keep it working.
Rex tries walking towards the mountain, but instead of getting further and looking smaller because he's getting farther away, he's just becoming smaller.
Whoa, that's fucked up. All the dragons watching begin hooting and hollering. This is great. They're having a good time.
I guess we set off towards the to try to get into the mountain.
Up ahead of you, you see rocks shifting into magma, shifting into quicksand, peaks, rising and falling. The whole thing's squishing around. All around you, there are, jumping frogmen running from peak to peak, watching you.
Can we try to perspective puzzle this? Where it's like what Rex was just saying a second ago, or what I was just saying a second ago, where Rex looked like he was getting smaller because he was. Where it's like we line ourselves up so it looks like we're about to take one step onto the mountain, like we're holding up the leaning tower or some shit like that, and that's how we get there. What's the roll for this?
Yeah, what's the roll to do Superliminal, that video game?
That's a good game, that one.
Yeah, intelligence saving throw.
Oh, intelligence? Fuck.
Intelligence saving. Okay.
24.
Holy shit.
8.
23.
Whoa, this is so perfectly in line. Yeah, 24 and 23. The group succeeds perfectly. Paint me a picture. DiCaprio Devereaux, highest roll. How do you proceed?
Yeah, Rex is about to take a step forward into something, and DiCaprio goes, no, and then just she kind of grabs Rex on her shoulder. She's like, you have to walk down, and DiCaprio just starts walking forward, but she's she's just moving through the x-axis essentially, and she's like, you got to go down here, darling, first.
Rex gets stuck in the MC Escher stairs painting, and he's just falling down them.
Oh, that's going to be so annoying. There's not really a landing point for, time has no purpose here, but it's going to be a while, Rex.
He's still falling and just cursing till eventually he dumps out with the rest of them.
Hop turns the scrying crystal upside down so it looks like they're walking on the ceiling to really add to the effect.
Yeah, with this massive success, I'm not going to throw any more additional obstacles in front of you for the moment. You all are just painting a picture for the audience, just making this a successful party as you navigate the non-Euclidean mountain. Up ahead of you, you see there are actually multiple different entrances, different tunnels into the mountain, some big, some small, all of them shifting. You see Slod coming in and out of them. The question is, how do you even begin to understand what you should be doing?
It's bullshit. Rex closes his eyes and walks forward.
Can I pull out some Slod costumes and have us just infiltrate the rest of the Slod doing their thing?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a deception if you want to just get chaotic with it.
Yeah, since I have costumes, can I have advantage?
Sure.
19.
15.
1950, the group succeeds again. So yeah, paint me the picture. First you conquer the actual mountain, and then you conquer the sloths, which is to say, you don't immediately get attacked by them. You how does this look?
I think for Hop, she's just going with the plan of if you had to pretend to have lost your mind in like an old timey cartoon, so she's just been like just to like try and be like, yes, no sanity here, don't worry about us, we're normal here.
What's the name of that weird bird from Tiny Toon Adventures? Dodo? Is this like the Dodo world?
I don't remember Tiny Toon Adventures well enough.
Wait, what?
I mean, I've seen it. It's just been 30 years.
Fucking useless to me.
Yes, this thing. Yes, I know what you mean now.
Of course she's good at imitating a frog. Her name is Hop.
Yeah, Hop is just trying her best to be like, I left sanity at the door, don't worry, I'm not gonna come in here and like try and understand any of what's going on, don't worry, I'm not a narc or anything.
Okay, using costumes, randomness, and non-Euclidean thinking, the three of you somehow find yourself behind sloth lines, dressed as large frog people, and you're amongst them now. This is going off extremely well. The crystal is capturing your sick moves.
I just watched one of those sloths be born and have a full lifespan in the course of 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
His divorce arc was horrible.
Oh, don't look too close into their eyes. You might get lost for like 3 or 4 lifetimes in there. It gets weird.
Well, it lived for 30 seconds, so I think I could spend that time.
Oh no, 3 or 4 of your lifetimes. You will come back and forget what we were doing.
Will I have like a cool old dragon body though? Can I jump to the front of the leadership queue?
No, it's a journey purely that you went on inside of their eyeballs, so like you will come out feeling like you deserve to be at the top of that queue.
I already did.
Well, yeah, of course, but like you'll have lived to the point of being due for your place in the queue, and then have to come back and be young again. It won't be pleasant.
Austin, do sloth lay eggs? And if so, can I get some of them to give to Andronicus like caviar?
Nature check?
I think they turn other people into sloths.
Quinn is well aware of the reproductive cycle of the sloth. She's asking for the audience.
I know what they do, but a 20. I want to find some non-Euclidean food to give my trophy husband.
Yeah, the way sloth reproduce is they stab you with a spine on their arm and inject their tadpole into you, and it eats you from the inside, and then you are basically replaced by the sloth as it eats through you. That is not... I mean, you could bring a tadpole back to Andronicus, but that's like also kind of a person. I don't know how dark you want to get. With a 20, you can find something for Andronicus. I assume just a non-Euclidean... food here, just something that
just
naturally...
non-Euclidean banana. It's just a square banana. She's like, here you go.
You peel it and there's more peel, and you peel that and there's more peel.
It's just an Aurora Borealis of peel.
It's a Möbius strip.
But if you finally get to the banana, that's the good shit.
Yeah, DiCaprio, you can find a Möbius banana. It's infinitely peelable. That succeeds. I will say, this is the 3rd roll in a row that you all have crushed. So you are making the sloth look pretty bad.
No.
As far as auditioning them to protect Ulysses' lair and so forth, this is not a good showing for them. But also,
Can I deliberately fail rolls?
You could do it. You can do anything you want, Laura.
Okay.
Cool. I will say that you have gained access to like their social spaces because you are disguised as them. Laura, you have not told the audience what the horde here they are protecting is.
Yeah, so I was trying to think of a horde that would simultaneously fit with Hop's ethos on hoarding things, but also would fit with the unpredictable nature of this location and smallfolk. And what Hop settled on, what I settled on here was what I've loosely called speculative collectibles. Things that wildly go up and down in price depending on who you're asking and when you're asking. The joy of the hoard being the value of that hoard is going to bounce about all over the place, much like this very unpredictable collective. Maybe one day your Lazuzus are incredibly valuable. One day the wing of it that's full of zany tweenies is really valuable. It's, you know, it's a random slot machine of a hoard.
Oh shit, they got Mighty Beans in here?
What a timely episode that we have dubia roaches and Lazuzus, the things that are so hot on TikTok right now.
Yeah, at this point, we've gotten far enough in to get a good look at the things. I think Hop is going to deliberately make this go wrong at this point. If for no other reason than we are in a social space, so there's going to be a lot of chaos and a lot of slot around, which is maybe going to make for a harder fight, but it is going to make for a more eventful, oh yeah, they're jumping to action. And look at how many cool abilities they have.
Is it, I guess, what would it be to tell that Hop is intentionally throwing something? Because I think we talked.
Did we say we weren't? Did we say in character we weren't going to at any point do anything?
You don't. I don't remember specifically. You can absolutely do this. Where Rex made his stance pretty known that like he believes that our purpose here is to give him the best options, and he has no intention of holding back.
You know what? That's fair. I won't. If I don't win, I don't win. I'm still proud of what I put together here.
I mean, that's also an interesting conversation you could have in character. You're just, if you see Hop, about to signal a slot to show off its abilities or whatever, and Rex, you could just be like, I don't want to play your character for you, but you're like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, does like Hop have one of those party poppers and she's about to like
just
pop
getting
it?
ready to pull.
Yeah, Rex will like grab her arm and go, What are you doing?
Well, like, I've seen what these guys can do. They can do real cool shit. I want to at least give them a chance to show off why they're cool.
That's not the purpose of why we're here.
Yeah.
We need to test them. If they're failing that test, then they have failed.
Okay, okay. You're right, but once we've unfortunately walked the floor with them, can I come back in here and at least show them off what they would have done had they been cool? Because I saw one of them that sneezed. It sneezed electricity. I didn't even know that was a thing that anything could do. It's real cool.
I mean, we didn't even show the Thrycreen fighting.
Yeah, good point.
And you would also be having to show us beating them into paste.
Well, my thought was show long enough for them to do the cool shit and then put it back in the bag when we beat them into paste. But yeah, okay.
Is the vault here since it's collectibles like a big lunchbox full of all the little trinkets, like a gigantic lunchbox opening?
My suggestion I was going to throw in was that the vault door was what was in the 90s that diary, the voice activated diary thing.
Is it? I know what you're referring to. There were a lot of those.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that, but I'm open to a lunchbox if we can think of a reason to be hard to open.
The hinges are rusty.
No WD-40 in the New World.
And I say that to lead into my pitch: a really good athletics check to open it.
Is it simply that it's a rusty lid on it, and to try and open it is just going to make a big squeaky sound and draw all the slot attention? Simple but effective security,
Yeah, a giant squeaky lid. I'm fine with that. What do we got to do to open it? I pitched. What is it? Athletics because it's rusted shut, but I don't know, Felix. Is that good, Austin? What do you want from us? What do you want from me?
Yeah, I mean, this is a non-Euclidean mountain, so space is warped, time is bendable, whatever you want to do. If you want to deadlift this giant lunchbox, is what I'm hearing my friends say to me on this Discord call, then yeah, roll it.
Yeah, Yeah, sure.
You know what? It was it's a regular sized lunchbox, but again, due to the physics warping, as we approach it, it gets bigger.
Okay, let's try and athletics this rusty lunchbox open. 8.
19.
On fail.
I probably wouldn't participate because I don't think DiCaprio would think that she'd be strong enough to open it.
Okay, then half the group passes. So, Doc Hop.
Take part in it. Fuck it up for us, please.
Doc Hop doesn't contribute much, and Rex, you just, you paint me the picture. 19 succeeds. I needed 15 to open this.
Rex walks up to this, spits in his hands, patsu, hooks his fingers under the latches, knocks them up, and then just kind of does the button matching prompt as it goes in stages. He lifts it above his head and then throws it open, and the many binders of Neopets cards spill out with the multiple Pogs, the Beyblades, the Beanie Babies. Just start erupting out like a loot box.
Yeah, you do a quick time event. I mean, the MC Escher factor of this is you said it's a normal size lunchbox, but when you open it up, it has like a cavernous inside, which disgorges, hundreds of collectibles. I had written down like, cards and, signed balls and all this kind of stuff, but you all basically got ahead of me and named all kinds of, Beanie Babies, Labubu's, and so forth. So they're just spewing out.
Real estate.
You say real estate?
Yeah, real estate.
There's a USB that just has like scotch tape that says crypto on it.
Yeah, there's NFTs in here somehow. It's a nightmare.
For flavor, I do want to say Hop is really disappointed that the Slard have not done better here. If for no other reason than I think, like, with all the stuff that's pouring out of here, a big portion of this is stuff that Hop brought. She went through her collection of smallfolk stuff, and there's a good amount of overlap, and was like, I'll get a horde started, I'll jumpstart this. She really thought she was onto a winner here.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to me because, this could have gone any number of ways, but that you all did so well, it makes the slog look bad is interesting to me. The last thing that comes out of the lunchbox is the only item that we have added to Ulysses' inventory this season, as foreshadowed earlier, the jersey for a sports team, sports memorabilia, of course, being a volatile collector's market. So that is, the proof that you got to the inner sanctum, and you can return it to show that you've bested the slod. You had the crystal out the whole time. Everyone sees all this.
Yeah, if for no other reason than, like, it's good in that it makes it look like we're not hiding the body cam footage.
Except for the part when we're leaving when we did have to go to the bathroom.
When I start hiding the crystal again, when we get our asses kicked in the next one, it's like, no, I've been trying to keep it up. It stayed live during the whole one where I was embarrassed. I wouldn't show that and hide our failures. Or hide our successes. Ugh.
So you've gotten all the way undetected in disguise to the center. You've got the jersey. Is there anything you want to say or do before you start trying to head out? Because this is much more complicated to leave.
I am going to turn to the slot and go, hey, it's me. I know your whole thing is chaos. You really did drop the ball a little. I was hoping you could harness the chaos. It seems like you were not focused on the task, and I maybe should have seen that coming.
Alright, I get what you were doing here, Laura, but maybe they're not a great pick.
Hop is going to turn the crystal to her own face and go, sorry this didn't go ideally, but I still think you could show him who's boss, whip him into shape, get him into a good fighting force, and Hop will point the crystal at one of them and go, that's the one that sneezes lightning? I think that's really cool.
It sneezes lightning and you hear in the distance all the dragons going, woo!
Actually, yeah, can we make a little show of this on the way out? Gary Thanax, can you do that thing where you make acid spray out your ears?
Yeah, can you roll performance to make a sick clip, to make a great VOD for your stream of Repo or whatever you're playing here?
18.
Yeah, they love it. It's so good. I think Ulysses was already very endeared to you. I don't know how much I need to spell this out, but obviously Ulysses could have gone a number of ways. Like you could have abandoned him in the Feywild that time. You could have been very mad at him for irradiating your arm. There's every chance in the world he could have been a rebellious dickhead who is an antagonist. But you've made a lot of choices, made a lot of enemies and a lot of friends. Ulysses fucking loves you three, and you are throwing him a kick-ass party. And it just gets more kick-ass. Can I get a wisdom saving throw from the group?
21.
Crit.
11.
Crit and 21, not only does the group pass, but you have a lot of time to react to something, which is, as you were trying to walk out of the mountain, back down in the MC Escher hills here, things bending strangely. It's very difficult to find your footing and figure out where to go. You're having to use like superliminal perspective tricks. You hear a distant roar. I would say that as dragons, none of you are encountering engines that often, but with the crit, Rex, you recognize it immediately. In fact, I believe you worked on this engine once when you rebuilt
No.
in Enobarbus's lair. And so because you crit, you before you even see it, you can alert your sisters that the souped up digging machine with the drill on the front called the leveler is coming quickly towards you somewhere on this non-Euclidean mountain.
Can we, with my crit, create some sort of trap for it?
You absolutely can try. Yeah, because you have a crit, you have plenty of time. If you had like botched, I'd be like, it roars out of the wall because of the nature of this place and it runs into you, but you have some time.
I know. You want to show off how Rex turns to Hop. You want the slot to look good? There's something about to attack us.
Hey, Slod, I will give you every... what's a good thing of randomness? I will give you my entire collection of too many-sided dice if you do cool combat with us against the thing that's coming. Deal?
I mean, some of them seem happy, some of them seem sad, some of them start fighting each other. Their response is completely unpredictable.
Yep, that's fair. Well, if some of them help, then this might be salvageable.
And at the very least, Rex will activate his golden gloves of contact Mike to get ready to fight his child, his rebellious son.
So I have the landscape. Can I use the landscape, which I believe creates a Euclidean design, to essentially trap the leveler in the non-Euclidean thing? Essentially, like, I'm laying out like a new blank like overlay on our land, and it accidentally leads into a fucking nightmare labyrinth if you just head straight towards us.
Yeah, if you want to use the landscape to cast illusory terrain to put an MC Escher drawing into superliminal to really make this unadaptable. Thanks, Quinn. I will roll intelligence.
Yep, you're welcome.
I have to, roll intelligence to beat your spell save DC. What number is that?
13.
All right, here I go. 10, that fails. So, you can paint me the picture of how this looks as a leveler, a large vehicle with 3 dwarves in it, piloting it and hanging off of it, each wielding megalon weapons, comes roaring out of the side of the mountain, which is twisting, stretching, the earth turning to lava, into smoke, into rain, all converging as you do what? Quinn Larios?
DiCaprio basically casts this spell, and the leveler is like heading towards us. It's heading on this straight path because she is sort of like adapted the land to make it look like there's a direct way, like we are almost trapped. We are going to get run over by this thing. And then right before Trill would start to hit us, it clearly like goes into something like a portal, and the leveler just comes out backwards or like inside out or something like that. Like it's gone now. Like that thing's off to someplace else.
It's like an object in Gmod, like rubbing up against the terrain and making you put your collision sound effects.
Yeah, the oof sound effect is going crazy on the leveler right now.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I was gonna end with the cliffhanger of you fighting this machine filled with dwarves who want revenge for you killing Enobarbus, but instead you send them into a Looney Tunes hole, like painting a train tunnel on the side of a wall.
Yeah, I'm sure they're having a great time. They're gonna get out of this space real easy. Just give them a couple weeks.
I missed yet another opportunity to show off how cool the Slot are. I once again talked to the crystal. I was gonna show you one of the ones that came over to help can burp fists. They burp and a fist comes out.
What the fuck?
Shit's weird in here.